The hacker who trolled Hollywood by Fern. Let me subscribe to Fern. Fern is such a W. Fern is actually, I watched this on my spare time. This is like Netflix level YouTube. Netflix level YouTube. Right here. Hacker that trolled Hollywood. MrKim.com. His name is Kim Dot, by the way. I'm not saying a website. Okay?
For the internet has begun.
This is Kim.com, a notorious hacker.
I was a hacker.
Probably one of the most famous ones in computer history. And maybe a whole lot more.
I'm not gonna lie to you, this is piercing my ears. I gotta lower it a little bit.
The war for the internet has begun.
This is Kim.com, a notorious hacker.
He's still piercing my ears.
Probably one of the most famous ones in computer history.
The war for the internet has begun.
Dude, he doesn't have the gain cap or whatever.
This is Kim.com, a notorious hacker.
Okay, we're good now. We're good
The
now.
war for the internet
Kim.com!
This is Kim.com, a notorious hacker.
I was a hacker.
Probably one of the most famous ones in computer.
The Hollywood Reporter, the nerd who burned Hollywood. Kim.com hoarded yachts, supercars, guns, celebrity friends, and 180 million users through his file-sharing mega upload website until the FBI shut it down. Now accused of costing the entertainment industry more than 500 million. The man who calls himself Mr. Evil faces 50 years in prison as Hollywood braces itself for the biggest, nastiest conspiracy fight in history. So this dude was a pirate.
History, and maybe a whole lot more, depending on which version of the story you believe.
So you're wait. So you're telling me there's different versions of the story? Is this like the Zhehuang ships in the Ming Dynasty? There's different versions to it. I don't like that. I don't like stories that have different versions of it.
One of Germany's earliest tech entrepreneurs.
He had a knack for finding financial opportunities in technology.
Everybody
a trader,
does.
A scammer.
Ooh, that's not good.
An activist.
Yeah.
A visionary.
Yeah.
A criminal.
Uh-huh.
A scapegoat.
We are going to use every weapon in our arsenal.
How is he outrunning the police when he's that overweight? I would just put that out there. How is he outrunning the police when he's that overweight?
To destroy this guy.
Hollywood's #1 enemy.
Can't they just do a taser? Sorry.
A popular hub for illegally downloaded movies.
A folk hero in the fight for internet freedom. A pro gamer. An eccentric.
A pro gamer. I refuse to believe that.
Multi-millionaire. A musician. An aspiring politician and marketing genius.
Yeah.
I like mega upload.
Oh, Kanye likes it. Well, old Kanye. Not Ye, but Kanye.
Kim.com may be many things.
Yeah.
But one thing is for sure. He has changed the internet forever.
Okay.
And
Let me know.
This is his story.
Uh-huh.
We originally spoke to German journalist Janne Knödler for this story. She and her team host a fantastic podcast series called Wild Wild.
That's what bro mean too.
The first season is dedicated entirely to Kim.com.
That's crazy. A whole season dedicated to a man is insane.
His story begins in the early 90s in Kiel, a city in the north of Germany.
Okay.
This is long before he launched
South
the
of
infamous
Denmark, I guess.
file-sharing platform Mega Upload. Before he became the most wanted man on the internet.
Dude, it looks like he was making a lot of money though. So why would he do that? Why would he do that if he's making a lot of money himself? Yeah.
Back then, he was just Kim Schmitz. He will later claim he attended an elite boarding school in a castle, and that he graduated with a special diploma for gifted students at just 17.
I don't believe that. Well, it could be it could be real, but it could be fake, depending on a criminal, because criminals can lie a lot.
None of that is true.
I knew it, yeah.
He actually went to a public high school for lower secondary education and lived in a home for troubled youth.
Yeah.
This detail is significant.
So that means he lies a lot. That means he's a psychological liar, meaning that he's not very trustworthy, and that's how he gets away with his stuff. He pretends to be trustworthy, and he just lies his way to the top.
As it highlights a recurring pattern throughout his story.
Yeah.
Kim has always tried to portray himself as more than he actually was.
Many people
as
do
bigger,
that.
better, and smarter than his peers.
Many people
Kim's
do that.
parents separate when he is young. His father is a violent drunk, so the boy often retreats to the safety of his bedroom. There, he discovers the magic of computers and becomes obsessed.
Oh,
His
what is
father
this?
is a violent drunk, so the boy often retreats to the safety of his bedroom. There, he's
playing solitaire.
Discovers the magic of computers and becomes
What is reverse eye? I've never heard of that.
Obsessed. He starts writing his own programs and gets involved in the early days of the internet, before most people even knew what it is. By the early 90s...
Like, so, if you were early to the internet, you made a bunch of money if you made programs that were useful. That's just it. That's just base level thing. If you're early to something that blows up into the future, and you make something that's useful early on, you're gonna be rich no matter what. No matter what.
Kim is running what is essentially a server for trading pirated software. And apparently, he isn't just hosting it. He is eavesdropping on the users, listening in on the emerging hacker scene. The trading platform also earns him his first...
So, he has a keylogger and into the webcam and the mics of the people.
First money. Around the same time, he debuts his now famous alias, Kimball.
Kimball,
an homage
okay.
to the main character in The Fugitive, who is wrongfully accused of murder.
I've never
and
seen this
forced to
movie
flee
before.
From the authorities.
Oh, okay.
This is Kim in 1992, in a grainy segment.
Oh, that was so tough! Are you expecting me to be scared of a man wearing full black inside of his room? What are we watching? We're watching that hacker who trolled Hollywood. This dude basically had the largest piracy upload cloud, if that makes sense. This dude looks so tough though. He's hamburging his ham. He's clearly him. He's wearing an all black attire, covering his face in his house, in his humble abode, with no threats towards him. So I don't understand why he's trying to act so scary. Well, it was stated before, he's trying to be someone he's not.
Of German national TV, showing off how to make free phone calls worldwide by routing through the US.
Whoa. Hold on. Wait, he might be a little bit smart in PCs then.
He claims he coded the software himself.
Oh, he stole it. He stole the software. Yeah, internet thug. Yep. An e-gangster.
Show dubs him the nightmare of national telecommunications. A Forbes article claims he's the leader of an international hacker group called Dope.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I feel like he just what is it called? Since he owns the file upload thing, he just looks through the files and then downloads something and use it as his own since it's not public.
Most well-known hackers in Germany. Allegedly, he developed an encrypted, tap-proof mobile phone and sold hundreds of them.
I don't believe that.
Back then, a curious teen like Kim.com could teach himself to code and stumble into the center of a global tech saga. Today, understanding how the digital world works is more essential than ever. And you...
Advertisement coming up. Ooh, hold on. Less than 2% of y'all subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. While you're at it, hit the like button. You gone this far in the video, you enjoyed the video. It's free to support me. Now let's get back to the video. Alright, we're back.
You can do it too. You just need the right tools.
Yeah.
Brilliant is an interactive learning platform that helps you get a grip on the logic behind code by doing, not memorizing. Brilliant's programming lessons are designed to help you develop real coding intuition,
Hold
even
on.
if you're starting from zero.
Wait, should I do
You'll
this,
learn by
chat?
solving bite-sized challenges that teach you how to...
Yeah, yeah, I was slightly bleeding, but you can't show blood on Twitch. Allegedly, though. Allegedly. It's of course in a video game.
A programmer. Breaking down complex problems into manageable chunks of code. Getting familiar with Python and building your own digital tools from scratch. It's hands-on,
I'm gonna be
efficient,
honest.
and
I don't understand how code like truly works like that. Like I know it's a thing, but I don't understand like that. It's like I know I can learn it, but I don't understand what puts it together and makes it work. For code, at least.
Actually, really fun. Try everything Brilliant has to offer free for 30 days. Just scan this QR
Hold
code.
on, chat. Do I do a 30-day Brilliant stream? Oh my gosh. 30 days straight Brilliant for an hour.
Or
That's
visit
not. Too much
brilliant.org/free.
condition.
You'll also get 20% off a premium
Code kind of talks to the
subscription.
computer? Yeah, I know that.
In the mid-90s, Kim is arrested for his shady dealings involving the software trading server.
Yeah.
He's
Makes
convicted
sense.
in 1998 and receives a 2-year suspended sentence.
okay.
But Kim remains undeterred. He uses his conviction to boost his hacker image. Kimbo.
So he uses his conviction of having piracy upload stuff to make himself look crazier than he actually is.
The larger-than-life tech renegade. At the time, most journalists have no clue how computers actually work.
Yep.
In this climate, it's easy for Kim to turn myth into media headlines.
Exactly.
He claims to have hacked into Citibank and wired $20 million
So he's lying. He's lying. This dude is actually a psychological liar.
to Greenpeace. That is almost certainly made up.
Yeah.
While Citibank had in fact been hacked a few years earlier, the hackers were Russian, not German. And they definitely didn't donate the money to Greenpeace.
Yep.
Kim also claims to have breached both the Pentagon and
Yo,
NASA.
this dude, he just
Again,
loves
the hacks were real,
lying.
but not carried out by him. People in the scene start having serious doubts about whether Kimbo even has the skills to pull off any serious hacking.
No, that's
But
real.
scattered skepticism doesn't
Massive
dent
cut
Kimbo's
on a big vein on your wrist. Ooh, stop. Don't talk about that. I don't want to talk about that.
carefully crafted image. He doubles down on his reputation and
In
launches
Rust,
a
yeah, in Rust.
cybersecurity firm called Data Protect.
Uh-huh.
The logic is simple. Who could better protect you from hackers than the most
The
dangerous
hackers
hacker
themselves.
himself? Data Protect
Yeah.
takes off and he starts to make serious money. In 2000, he
So he is that bad? Yes, bro. Yes, in Rust. Like the thing is, so he's basically manipulating the public to make himself seem crazy, but in actuality, he's just committing fraud and not doing anything.
sells 80% of the company. It's the peak of the dot-com boom and Kim has
Yeah.
ideas. Some are actually ahead of their time, like an
Bullish!
early version of two-factor authentication years before it became a thing.
It's pretty good.
Then there are also ideas like the Mega Car, a concept car with an onboard computer, built-in video conferencing, and 16 SIM cards for mobile internet on the highway.
Hold on. He has some good ideas. I'm not gonna lie. He does have good ideas. But does he execute them? No. If he made two-factor authentication himself, it would have been a great idea.
It never hit the market.
Yeah.
In any case,
I
Kim
assume
becomes
that.
a rising star in the business world. And he shares his extravagant lifestyle online.
Hello, everybody. This is Kim.com. This is my girlfriend.
Right, yeah.
This is my car. This is my cow storage. This is my beach. This is my sky. What the fuck?
Die Hauptsache ist, dass alle happy sind. Und wenn alle
That is the perfect reaction to that. That is honestly the perfect reaction.
Hello, everybody. This is
You're a man,
Kim.com.
right? You're a man that basically scammed everyone out.
This is my girlfriend.
He got a girl. He got a G-Wagon
This is my
that says his whole thing.
This is
He has a cow.
my cow storage. This is my beach.
He has a whole entire private beach.
This is my sky.
His sky is not your sky, but technically is his land.
What the fuck?
That's honestly a good reaction. I would react like that too if I had all of that.
Die Hauptsache ist, dass alle happy sind. Und wenn alle sagen, wir fahren jetzt höchstens 220 und nicht mehr 300, dann machen wir das so.
Private jets, luxury cars.
Wow.
During peak.com mania, he claims he'll rescue the flailing e-commerce startup Let's Buy It.com.
German, yes, German.
And he makes a headline-grabbing appearance on a German late-night show to sell the story.
Du hast dieses Unternehmen gerettet, ist das auch richtig?
Das ist richtig, ja.
Warum bewirft man dich dann mit Schmutz?
So he's lying that he saved the company to make more money.
Vorwürfen in der Presse.
1914
In truth,
knowledge.
Kimbo never actually saves that firm. He buys up shares on the cheap, pumps the stock with media hype, and then cashes out.
Oh my gosh. Insider trading. Are we being serious? What did he do? So, first thing he did, right, it said that he was a lead piracy because he had mega upload way back then. He got arrested for 2 years, and then he used that himself. Well, he had this thing that he came out with, which was a code that I'm pretty sure he stole since he owned Mega.com. He can, like, look at, like, stolen applications and stuff like that. After that, he perceived it and showed it to the media as his own once he gets arrested. And then he uses that arrest after getting released. After getting released, he what is it called? He said that he made a firm where he would protect hackers when he really didn't know how to hack. He was a script kiddie in actuality. He just knew how to code sometimes. And it made a bunch of money. He sold 80% of it on the dot-com boom, basically committing fraud. And then he said he will save a company, bought up a bunch of shares of it, went on media, talked about it, how he's going to save it since he's such an internet genius, an internet mogul, and sold it once it was at the peak of his stock because he manipulated the stock itself.
It's textbook insider trading and illegal. He tries to flee to Thailand but fails. He slept with another 20-month suspended sentence and a 100,000 euro fine.
Only? Are we being serious? Only 100,000? For the 1.5 million he earned completely? What he sold for?
Most of his ventures go belly up. And as the global.com bubble bursts and triggers a full-blown economic crisis, Kim decides to emigrate to Hong Kong.
Hong Kong? I thought it was going to be China, my bad. I saw the building, I thought it was going to be China, but Hong Kong is pretty close.
He launches a new string of sketchy ventures and decides to emigrate to Hong Kong.
What is it, 1,000 pounds to USD? I thought pounds were like a type of weight. So 1,000 pounds to USD, I would say, in terms of money, probably a couple million. 10,000, 100,000. It's probably a couple tens of millions, cause like each way of a bill can be like $100 bill and weigh like a few ounces. You know what I mean? So then you can compile that and it'll be like a couple 10 million, 100 million, 100,000. Probably 100 million to $1 billion. USD at least.
Launches a new string of sketches.
So what it looks like to me is that he's just a scammer.
He launches a new...
He's just a crazy scammer. Right here he has a fake product. What is it? The Trendax, the money-making machine. Euro. 130k USD probably. That's my guess. He released the Trendax, the money-making machine. Don't trust anything that tells you that's going to make crazy amount of money. Alright. Flash version. For first connections, requirements, Netscape, blah, 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 blah. Okay. What does it even do, bro? Does it like mine Bitcoin? Or is it like a thing that makes you money? This is before Bitcoin, so it makes you money by doing nothing. And let me think. It makes you money, but in actuality, he's just spying on your computer and selling your data.
New string of sketchy ventures.
Let's see, what's this? Welcome to the Kimball.org, the flash site, latest pictures, press coverage. Oh, it's talking about himself then. Yeah.
And shows off even more fancy cars. Let's skip ahead a bit.
Come on. Okay, I'm gonna tell you. He went broke and now is desperate for money. It's obvious.
It's 2005, and Kim.com is about to change the internet forever. With...
Okay, yay.
The idea is deceptively simple. Yeah. It's essentially a cloud service.
Okay, so we have a bunch of these scam advertisements, of course. Online poker, that was before it got banned. Before Obama signed the bill. 100% free ringtones. Okay, this is obviously scamming you. Meet women today. Of course, the classic. Tips to stop hair loss. That's also the classic. It's probably been rebought or it probably was rebought or something like that. I don't know. I know Mega Upload is still up, but it's probably being bought, rebanded, or somebody released one that's similar and better. I don't know how to explain it.
Where people can upload files for others to download them.
Yeah.
Years before Dropbox and Google Drive. No accounts, just...
So that was pretty smart then. He did it before everyone. He does have pretty good ideas, but he's not trustworthy.
Thanks.
Because he had the idea for, what is it called? Two-factor authentication years before it came out.
It doesn't take long for people to realize that Mega Upload makes it very easy to share entire movies and full-length music albums.
Yep.
Kim is not the first to offer this kind of service.
So he just stole it and he just used his own brand to make it crazy.
Mega Upload just works extremely well.
Oh, that's why.
A lot of storage for the time.
Yeah.
Fast downloads.
Yeah.
the company quickly morphs into a sprawling network. Some of you may still remember the sister site Mega Video and its infamous 72-minute time limit.
I don't know any of that, bro. 72-minute time limit? That's crazy. That's crazy.
At its peak, Mega Upload is the 13th most popular website on the internet.
Okay, that's crazy.
With 50 million users a day,
okay, that's pretty good.
For a whopping 4% of global online traffic.
That's still pretty good, though. In 2009, not many people were on the internet.
This is before Spotify and Netflix. Back then, people would spend a small fortune on DVDs and CDs. Around $20 for Spider-Man 2, $16 for the new Green Day album. And all of a sudden...
There's many similar names? Probably.
It's all out there for free.
Yeah.
Hollywood and the music industry quickly realized they're missing out on massive chunks of revenue.
Exactly.
So in the early 2000s, they declare war on piracy. First,
so what did
they sue...
They sue pirate websites.
Napster into the ground.
Okay.
A federal court ruled Monday Napster must stop allowing music fans to swap copyrighted material.
Then comes the DVD scare ad era.
Y'all remember getting shown this in class? I remember I used to get shown this like in class, no troll. Like DVD piracy, they don't show that anymore. In fact, they actually embrace it, and teachers, Teachers actually push forward and share websites that do piracy stuff with their students. I don't do any piracy stuff. But it's crazy. It's crazy how much people just cared less and less about it.
But none of that is stopping Mega Upload.
Yeah?
For years, authorities struggled to get a grip on the platform, and no one really knows who's behind it.
Okay.
It used to be owned by Kim Schmitz, but Mega Upload denies any further connection to him. The site is now registered to a company called Vester Limited, which belongs to some Finnish guy called Kim Tim Jim Vester. Of course.
Oh, I believe that. I believe that name for real. I believe that name. Kim Tim Jim. Kim.com. This is literally the same dude.
Finnish Kim and Kimbo are the same person.
Exactly.
He used his distant Finnish ancestry to get hold of a second passport. And for a while, that smoke screen actually allows him to hide in a legal gray zone. But in 2011, Kim just can't resist stepping back into the spotlight.
Oh my gosh, bro. He could have probably gotten away with it for years and years until now. Let's be honest here. He probably couldn't gotten away with it until now if he just didn't crave to be the center of attention.
Publicly declares that he is the mastermind behind Mega Upload.
He is so stupid.
That's when Kim Schmitz and Kimbo give way to a whole new identity. Kim.com.
Kim.com.
By now, he is living large in New Zealand in a mansion by the sea.
Wow.
He is collecting luxury cars.
Nice.
And
wow, these are nice. These are... Oh, wow. We need a slow motion of this. So we got a golf cart. I'm surprised how this is even 300-pound hacker. Where was that said? Wait, hold on. Where was that said?
Mastermind behind Mega Upload. That's when Kim Schmitz and Kimbo give way to a whole new identity. Kim.com. By now, he is living large in New Zealand in a mansion by the sea. He is collecting...
Article a bit further back. Let's see. I want to see that.
Jim Vester. Of course, Finnish Kim and Kimbo are the same person. He used his distant Finnish ancestry to get hold of a second passport. And for a while, that smokescreen actually allows him to hide in a legal gray zone. But in 2011...
here. CNET, Guide to Better Culture. The mystery man behind Mega Upload piracy fight. A 300-pound hacker. They had to put that out there. Street racer and convicted computer criminal is allegedly menacing filmmakers. The founder of Mega Upload, a service accused in a lawsuit of encouraging illegal file sharing, is a character right out of a studio script. 2011. I was alive for this. I was literally 3 years old.
When Kim just can't resist stepping back into the spotlight, he publicly declares that way to a whole new New Zealand in a mansion.
So, I'm surprised this golf cart can even run. If there's two Kims on this, it will probably sink all the way to the ground, and it'll be touching the side stairs will be touching the ground. Right? It's a pretty nice mansion, though. He really needs all that space. Just gotta be real with you. He needs all that space. All of it.
by the sea.
And then this is like a flag. It's nice. It's nice.
He is collecting
What is this?
luxury
Okay. Dude, it's going too fast.
cars
Stop.
and use it.
Stop going so fast. Okay. These just look like the same Mercedes. They look old to us. They were probably new back then. He's him, Brody. Nah, I believe you. I believe you. He probably need to connect all. He need to merge all these cars to make like one big car so he can drive them.
Luxury cars and uses his free time to become one of the
He was a BO2 gamer. He was a BO2 gamer. Hold on. He was an MW2 gamer. MW gamer. MW2, MW. He was a COD. He was MW2, MW3. I respect that. I'm not going to lie. That's something you can respect.
island in a mansion by the sea.
BO1. Okay, I was close. I was close. It's a Rolls Royce back there. I can respect that.
Luxury cars and uses.
I don't know Call of Duty. I'm going to be honest. Look, you can Xbox 360 right here.
His free
he plays 8 hours a day. So I'm pausing too much.
Uses his free time to become one of the top-ranked Call of Duty players on the globe. He's got a wife and kids.
Yeah.
And
I'm gonna be honest, people on the leaderboards probably hated him. I'm gonna put that out there.
It almost feels like his wildest years are behind him. Maybe he thinks he's far enough from the US to be safe. Out of
no, he's not. He's not.
reach. Because instead of keeping his head down, Kim lashes out and he takes on the global music and movie industries head first.
He's stupid, bro. He's actually so stupid. One thing the people you don't mess with, okay? You don't mess with the government. You don't mess with multi-billionaires, and you don't mess with Hollywood. Those are the main three. There's more. There's many, many, many more. But you don't mess with Hollywood because they have infinite amount of money because everyone is just going to band together and just go after him. You got to be careful. There's a lot of shady stuff going on. Shady Diddy stuff. I just got to put that out there.
His Mega Upload song from 2011 is extremely provocative. Some of the biggest pop
What is show? Oh yeah, especially the showbiz for sure.
stars of the day appear in the music video, publicly backing a platform that Hollywood
Is that Floyd Mayweather? Wait, I might be kind of tapped in.
sees as the embodiment
Who's that?
of internet piracy.
Y'all are gonna hate me. Who is this?
Supposedly responsible for billions in losses.
Kim
Universal
K?
Music sees as the
Could be. Just all the plastic surgery probably caused it not to look like Kim K.
embodiment of internet piracy. Supposedly responsible for billions in losses. Universal Music
58
sues
billion is crazy.
Mega Upload.
Yeah.
The music video keeps getting pulled from YouTube. And this is just the beginning. The media start calling Kim.com the movie industry killer.
Guilty of organized
With his
crime.
mansion, his fleet of cars, and his private chopper, he
It's gone, bro. It's all gone.
doesn't look like a tech renegade anymore.
Wow! Why do you need a hedge maze in your house? You don't even go in I know for a fact you can't even fit in the corridors of a hedge maze. Who goes in this thing? He got a nice tennis court. I know he doesn't use. Oh my gosh, bro. I'm not even trolling with you. His wife during this period right here was probably cheating on him. I'm gonna put that out there. His kids are gonna be nice here playing a bit of football, a bit of soccer. It's a nice field for his kids, I guess. But him himself, he's sitting inside 8 hours a day playing Call of Duty.
He becomes the Dr. No of Hollywood.
Clumsy effort, Mr. Bond. You disappoint me.
Okay, maybe more like Dr. Evil.
I don't watch movies. I don't know any of these.
Either way, he becomes a scapegoat.
Oh!
On January 20, 2012, New Zealand police raid .com's Auckland mansion at dawn. At the request of the FBI, more than a dozen heavily armed special forces stormed
on the roof too.
property. They call it Operation Takedown. They seize.
I mean, they don't gotta do it. Oh, that's a nice. My grandfather had this car. No. My grandfather had this car before. I'm not even trolling with y'all. He really did. Exact wheels and everything. And he sold it.
Luxury cars, designer watches, and hard drives. Simultaneously, there are raids across 8 other countries.
Loki, if you were rich, you just get a big house, but not like a mansion, just like a family house. I agree with that. I could understand where you're coming from. If I let's say if I had, now we're starting a topic. If I had $100 million, how would I spend my money? I'd probably get a big house, not mansion size, but I want a basement, and I want to be probably far away from my neighbors. Right? I'd also want high-speed internet, Wi-Fi, and just a comfy car. I don't need some fast car. I just need a comfy car. A truly comfy car. And then, because I don't like fast cars. I like more for comfort. And, the rest, I don't know what I do.
In Germany, police confiscate a brand new Mercedes Kim just got his mom for Christmas.
Dang! Imagine being your mother if you did that. Imagine, his mother was heartbroken. Brand new Mercedes.
The FBI takes over Mega Upload. All sides of the company go dark.
Yeah.
The authorities claim that Kim.com is the
not facts, no neighbors. It's not like at all, just not side to side. I agree with that.
Leader of an international criminal enterprise. That his platform has been built from the ground up to traffic stolen digital content. And that everything else, the branding and business model, is just a front to cover up its real purpose.
What does it do?
According to US prosecutors, he and his accomplices have caused $500 million
in piracy, that's what it was doing. It was doing piracy.
Just while making $175 million for themselves.
Oh, wow! Whoa, wait. How much? we got $175 million for themselves. And he just chose to came out like an idiot. He chose to came out. If I were this dude, first thing I would do, I would go even more into hiding. Like what?
Now, Kim is facing extradition to the States.
Who would
up
wonder?
to 55 years in prison.
Wow, really?
But is that really the whole story? Is Kim...
Wait, hold on. Y'all remember when Omni and a Hellcat got, how many years? Like, 500 something because of piracy? Y'all remember that?
.com actually a criminal mastermind?
Could be.
His defense is pretty straightforward. He says he basically invented Google Drive before Google did. That Mega Upload was just a platform, and that he couldn't be held accountable for what users chose to up or download.
That's true. That's a pretty good argument. That's actually a pretty good argument. Cause Google Drive, you literally do the same thing, and they don't fight Google. Do they? No, they don't. So like, I feel like they're in the wrong for persecuting him. They use them as an example, but have heavy biases. The dude had like a website, would have gotten away with it if he didn't flex so much. I agree with that. If he didn't flex that much, he would have gotten away with it. Yeah.
But under US law, being a file-sharing platform doesn't just give you a free pass. You have to actively make sure copyrighted content isn't
so you basically you gotta kinda get copyrighted content out and you'd be good.
Shared illegally. And the indictment documents say he did too little, too late. Kim, of course, insists otherwise. He says Mega Upload had systems in place to take down copyrighted material.
I feel like he's lying since he's a psychological liar.
Request. He claims his platform even provided big Hollywood studios.
Now you're talking about someone, looks kind of, yeah, it applies here as well. Because he came out himself as the owner. If he didn't come out as the owner, then he probably would have gotten away with it until today.
With the tools to remove
this day,
the content
he would have been
themselves.
away with it.
But prosecutors argue that Mega Upload's supposed good intentions were just a front. Behind the scenes, they run a rewards program, paying users to upload popular shows and movies. The platform also supposedly dragged its feet on takedown notices, keeping content online longer to rack up more clicks.
That's why. Why did they do that?
Janne Knödler and her team have reviewed leaked Mega Upload documents and emails. They suggest Kim and his crew were fully aware of what was going on.
No,
on
everyone
their
is.
platform. Kim and
everyone is. Every shady thing, they are. Google is completely aware with the Google movies that people will be watching. You know what I mean? legally, allegedly, Mega Upload, the current Mega Upload is aware with all the pirated games that are being shared. A lot of things are aware. It's just they barely do anything. They do it, but they do it slowly.
Insists the whole thing is a massive political conspiracy. He's never been able to provide any proof.
It's true, I agree.
But the full-blown
he has no proof against that. That's what I agree with.
And the threat of 50+ years behind bars,
everyone would fight for anything.
Like authorities are trying to make a point, turning Kim.com into an example.
Exactly, that's what I believe
too. And there is a political layer to this story.
Let me know!
The US film and music industry do in fact have massive lobbying power. For example...
Yo, what did I say, dude? What did I say earlier? You don't want to mess with the film industry. Because they can go together and they can... Y'all see that? I'm tapped in like that.
The then head lobbyist for Hollywood's biggest trade group, MPAA, was a close friend of then Vice President Joe Biden. And Biden has a reputation for being tough on online piracy.
Okay.
Over 10 years pass. Kim.com relaunches Mega. He dabbles in New Zealand politics. He gives interviews.
Oh, wait! He relaunches it. It's still the same dude.
On creator live streams and stars in documentaries.
Yeah.
His story is turned into a best-selling book, and he's even getting his own biopic.
Okay.
A German public broadcaster is producing a 6-part series on Kim.com's rise, fall, and digital rebellion.
This is crazy.
A gripping, high-energy mini-series about the life of the internet's most audacious outlaw. For a decade, he fought his extradition with all that he's got. Appeal after appeal. Hearing after hearing.
Yeah.
But in August 2024, New Zealand's Justice Minister signed the order. Kim.com will be extradited to the US. He faces charges of copyright infringement, money laundering, and racketeering. Just months later, in November 24, Kim suffered a serious stroke. He hasn't said much since. Just one post on X saying he's in recovery, asking for patience and prayers. So, who is Kim.com, really? An internet freedom fighter? Or a ruthless criminal?
The fact you can still pirate through Mega though in GTA, I agree. Yeah. You saw that? No, you didn't. Stop lying. No, you didn't. No, you did not. You did not see that one coming.
The truth, as always, is messy.
Yeah.
He's charismatic, funny, larger than life.
Oh, see the show coming? Oh, everyone did. Please, bro. I'm surprised it wasn't a heart attack.
Dreamed up ideas long before the tech world turned them into reality. But also a guy who spreads wild...
You could hear that guy's in every step we all knew. Yeah, you're right. But that's crazy. He's still basically... He's basically still getting away with it. That's the funny thing.
Conspiracy theories and loves to take credit for things he most likely didn't do. Someone who can read the room, hack the system, and turn it all into a spectacle.
He is a marketing genius. That's what I will say. That's what I'll give him credit for. He is a marketing genius.
Yes, he built a platform that made piracy easy. But in a world where the old media giants were losing control, .com was turned into the perfect villain.
Yeah.
The poster boy for a digital Wild West they couldn't contain. At the end of the day, Kim.com held up a mirror to an industry that had completely slept through the internet revolution and was desperate to stop the clock from ticking.
Wow. That was a really good documentary. That was extremely good. Fern always has good documentaries. That was crazy. I didn't expect that ending though. I thought he would get punished and stuff, and somebody will relaunch it under his wing. But it's him himself. Him himself relaunched Mega Upload. That's crazy to me. That right there, that in it right there is crazy to me. Really, it really is crazy to me.